What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the basement. Pete here to talk to you about a couple of different things. First off, I want to congratulate J. Matthew Colin for being the grand prize winner in the Pete's Basement Art Contest. You will receive a copy of Captain's Log Jellicoe, signed by J.K. Woodward, and your grand prize is this piece of J.K. Woodward original art, framed and ready for you. Just do us a favor, buddy. Send us your address to questionsatpetesbasement.com. Title the email I win, and drop your address in there and we'll get this off to you right before the holidays. Next up on the list, as I promised, oh, thanks, Ramon. Fucking egg and cheese, man. Oh, it's delicious. Boom Studios has been releasing these Stan Lee books. We've got Soldier Zero, which started it all. We've got The Traveler, and just recently this week we have Starborn added to the mix. Now, honestly, I have thoroughly enjoyed these books, surprisingly. I went in with incredibly low expectations, as I do with just about any new book that comes out. And I was pleasantly surprised to find I like them. They are pretty much, they're comic books in the most traditional sense. They have different writers, of course. You've got Mark Waid writing The Traveler, which probably explains why I like that one the best. But you've got Stan Lee at the helm of everything. And what you have to remember about Stan is Stan values continuity. If you were a fan of Marvel Comics back in the 60s, or you know anything about Marvel Comics from back in the 60s, which I do obviously because I collect a lot of key issues, Stan was the continuity king. If Spider-Man showed up in Thor one issue, you can bet your ass that it would be mentioned in the issue of Spider-Man that same month. Or they would make reference to it the following month. You can even find a reference to that shit in Fantastic Four. Everything that happened in the Marvel Universe happened at the same time. Stan was the king of continuity. Unlike what the fuck it is today, where it's all over the place, there's no rhyme or reason to it. Nobody can do what Stan did. And let's keep that in mind when we're looking at these, because Soldier Zero is basically about this guy, this Afghanistan war vet who winds up in a wheelchair. He's in a roadside bombing, and he suddenly gets equipped with this alien armor, Guyver type shit. But basically it's a living armor that's like a parasite, and he's the host, and there's obviously bad guys coming to get the armor and probably blow up Earth and shit like that. There's not too much developed in that realm yet. We're just kind of getting used to the guy getting used to the alien armor. Over in The Traveler, we've got this guy who basically can freeze time and travel through time, and his enemies are these guys called the Split-Second Men, who control various realms of physics. Like, somebody can melt matter, this other dude can accelerate himself through time and shit. I really enjoyed that particular book. And we have Starborn, which features a down on his luck writer in a dead-end job whose stories for some reason just happen to be coming to life. And from what I've read about this on the internet, apparently this guy's father, his real father, was like some kind of alien or starfighter. Think Corsair and Cyclops. But not much is developed within the plot lines of these books yet, so I can't talk too much about it, but I can tell you that they make mention of the Split-Second Men in Soldier Zero. So, now, Split-Second Men from The Traveler, they make mention of that in Soldier Zero. You're going to basically look at the three of these books connecting in the same way as Marvel did in the 1960s. Like I said, this is Stan Lee at the helm, so you're going to be looking at continuity ranging through all three books. Now, that does not obviously mean that you have to buy all three books to, to enjoy a character if you like them, but if you probably want to get the whole scope of it, let me use a poker reference on you guys. If you want to play this hand, you're going to have to go all in or fold to really get the scope of everything, I think. That's pretty much my synopsis for now. I could be wrong. I don't know. It's still early yet. I'm going to be picking these up. Starborn, I probably like the least so far. Maybe that'll develop. You know, these guys got like aliens from another planet coming to take over the Earth that he somehow wrote about. He had the inspiration to write about. So it's probably all going to tie together with these crazy aliens teaming up with the evil suit of armor aliens from Soldier Zero, and something about these guys, the split-second men from the Traveler, which those guys sound actually kind of cool. So more on Boom Studios, Stan Lee books as they develop. I'll keep you guys posted. But overall, so far so good. I really enjoyed them, and I would suggest if you're looking for something new and kind of a fresh start to comics, these are a fun, fresh start. This is probably what you're looking for if you're really fed up with the bullshit of Batman and Spider-Man, you know, big time notwithstanding. But overall, like, if you just can't stand what the fuck the big two are doing, I would suggest check out Boom Studios, the Stan Lee books. I really do enjoy them. And finally, it was suggested via Facebook that I let you guys know about, you know, statues and stuff like that. Obviously, if you look behind me, I'm pretty big on statue collecting and busts and stuff like that, the Bowen things and Sideshow and whatnot. I gotta tell you, I buy maybe one or two at, you know, Comic-Con, which I did this year. I got the Death Dealer statue from Sideshow, the new shit. I bought the Lion-O statue from about 2 years ago, so I missed out on that, and I'm the biggest 80s dork in the world. But for the most part, I do all of my statue shopping on eBay. I find it the cheapest. You'll definitely find a lot of pre-sales on eBay, especially if, you know, before I get ahead of myself, check out bowendesigns.com, check out sideshowcollectibles.com, see what's coming out that, you know, you may be interested in, that you like, and you can either get pre-sales from Sideshow, or you can get sales, you know, on eBay for, you know, like 2 or 3 months in advance. Just make sure, you know, search for what you're looking for, and sort it by cheapest with shipping first, so that shit shows up. That way you're not getting overcharged. You'll find a lot of these fucking guys charging ludicrous amounts of money for statues. And I'm not really one when it comes to, you know, serial numbers and stuff like that. I don't give a fuck about a low run number. And I know there's a lot of people out there who do it. I'm not shitting on that. I'm just not interested in it. I'm not going to spend $300 to get a fucking number 32 out of 5,000 as opposed to a 4,032 out of 5,000. I'd rather save the money and go buy another fucking statue or a bust. One thing I do like doing is picking up, like, you know, if I buy a Spider-Man statue, I'm going to get the busts of, you know, all the villains to go around it. Like over here I got the Black Spider-Man with Venom, the black costume, and Carnage, because that all goes aesthetically together. I have the Dr. Doom statue with the Fantastic Four busts going around it. Shit like that is what I like to do. Because, you know, you don't got room for fucking every single statue, and they make some really ludicrous fucking characters, let me tell you. I don't know who's the biggest Baron Blood fan that Captain America needed that statue, or bust, or whatever. But, you know, nevertheless, there's always a lot of cool shit coming out, and, you know, Bowen, and especially Sideshow, they always do a lot of crazy designs, and they're fucking, usually for the most part, really awesome. Check out eBay, guys, and see what you find there. I think that's probably your best bet. Just remember not to go and break your budget. I'm still looking to get my hands on that Silver Surfer Chrome statue that came out a while back from Bowen Designs, where he's standing on the asteroid holding the surfboard. I love that statue, and yeah, just I'm not ready to spend $600 plus for it yet, so gonna have to wait on that. There's also the Four Horsemen came out with the He-Man statue from NECA a while back, and then they came out with a Skeletor statue to match. That shit is off the fucking chain, but can't afford that one either. That's just like $600. So, you know, as I get money fucking lying around, and you go out and buy a statue. But for the most part, I'm more into comic books. But yeah, if you're definitely big on statues, check out eBay. I think it's your safest bet. I think that just about does it for me this week, guys. Let's see what the rest of the boys got to say about all the new shit, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
So first, let's start with Widowmaker. I've been saying Windowmaker. Don't know why. I can't. It's hard for me. It was hard for me to say Widowmaker for the past 35 minutes. I finally got it down pat. So Widowmaker One of four. Black Widow has been around, more prevalent, for about a year, maybe even 2 years. She's had a lot of minis, and they've been okay. And her new ongoing series is pretty good. It's not spectacular, but it's good enough for me to keep picking it up. So I thought, okay, Widowmaker, I'll give it a shot. It's not good. It's hard to follow. A lot of, it's very lame. It has Mockingbird and Hawkeye in it as a team, which that alone should just dismiss it, David Lopez, is that who does the art? It's not good. I know I'm not an artist, and I really have no business but saying, but bad. Really bad. The way he draws faces, or, you're supposed to make the women look attractive. Like, Black Widow is supposed to look attractive. Hence the name Black Widow. No, she looks ugly. I'm sorry. You're not supposed to draw her ugly. The cover's nice. Not bad. And the cover of the next issue is nice. But beyond that, I wouldn't pick it up. I'd stay far away from it. It's here and you're here. This is you. I would say as far away from it as possible. I'm done with it. So, Lady Mechanika #1 came out. Issue 0 came out about 3, 4, 5 weeks ago. I'm not a big Aspen guy. I know Ramon likes Aspen. Cheeseburger likes Aspen. They both like Benitez. And Benitez, Steigerwald, who we interviewed, Cheeseburger interviewed last year. What was it, 2 years ago? I don't know. I'm losing track of time. But Joe Benitez created it, draws it, and writes it, and it's good. I like it. They use a lot. It takes place in the 19th century. They use a lot of the terminology. It's supposed to be in England. They use a lot of the terminology from that time and the dialects. I like that kind of stuff. It makes it authentic for me. It doesn't seem forced. It seems natural. Artwork is great. If the story wasn't good, which it is, this artwork would be enough for me to keep picking it up. Basically, Lady Mechanika is like half machine, half human. Somebody did this to her. She wasn't born that way, obviously. And she's not exactly sure who. It's like I guess it seems like a hazy past, kind of like Wolverine, or how Wolverine was. And she's a crime fighter, or superhero kind of in the town, and a legend, it seems. But at the same time, she wants to know why she is the way she is. So she's following. At this point, another woman surfaces with the same type of, I guess, mechanical arms and stuff. So she wants to know, okay, this woman has the same thing I have. If I can find out where she came from, maybe I'll know where I came from and who did this to me. So I like it. It's good, and I'm gonna keep picking it up. And again, the artwork is fantastic. So I will keep picking that up. A few other stuff came out this week, but nothing worth mentioning. So I did pick up Earth 1. The artwork wasn't fantastic, wonderful, beautiful, but it was good. Well, it was better than good, but it wasn't like superb. I don't know how to put it. I liked it. I liked the artwork. But the story takes place with starting out. He's left Smallville, and he's moved to Metropolis, and he wants to be as normal as possible. He has flashbacks of his parents telling him, "You're not normal. You're a superhuman. You're a Superman, Superboy. You're wonderful." But he wants to be as normal as possible. But he competes in sports, and he tries to get jobs, scientific jobs, and he aces everything he tries to do. But he's still thinking about mulling it over. Not sure. And then the alien race that destroyed Krypton makes its way to Earth looking for him. And it you know, it took 20 years. Why it took 20 years, I'm not sure. I mean, this is supposed to be an advanced, intelligent race. You think they'd have some sort of tracking device thing where they'd be able to find him a little more easily. And then I'm not even sure if he's there. They take over like the whole world with a giant speaker system saying that they're looking for something, and if that something is on Earth, then it better make itself visible, or then Earth is going to go exploding. So Superman kind of is forced. They force his hand, so to speak, to put on the costume and defend himself and Earth against these people. But that's not really the Superman that we all kind of know. I mean, it's almost like he had no choice and he did it. Almost like, yeah, all right, and he went and did it, rather than him feeling an obligation and a, you know, a morality to it. Another thing is that he really only had a few lines in the whole thing. Maybe if he said 8 things as Superman, he said a little more as Clark Kent. But as Superman, if he said 3, 4, 5 things, it was a lot. And I thought it was too much brooding and stuff. Another problem I have is that Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen, he was about to be defeated by Tyrell, the one of the I don't know the name of the race, but the one of the aliens that come, and he's about to be defeated, and then Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen stick their big noses in and save him, and then he then saves the day. But I don't know. It wasn't bad necessarily, but it wasn't really great either. So I don't know how it was. Do I recommend it? I wouldn't buy it. If you could borrow it from someone, or maybe go to the library and take it out, I'd read it. But I wouldn't necessarily spend $20 on it. Definitely not. If you can get it cheaper, if you can borrow it from someone, the library or whoever, if J. Michael Straczynski himself has a copy and you know him, and you frequent his house a lot, you say, "Hey Jay, can I borrow that?" Sure. But I wouldn't recommend to buy it. I would recommend to read it, just to read it, to see what it's about, but not to buy it. So that's it. And we'll see you next week.
Okay, guys. First up, insert ridiculous reason for doing a segment episode here. Okay. Now, not a lot of books came out this week. Good. Not a lot of books coming out next week either. Good. It's the holidays. Let's slow down. Let's slow it down. Slow it down. First things first. Alphabetical order. Aspen Comics, Lady Mechanika #1. I was looking forward to it, and I wasn't let down. It's not Haunt or Chew #1, which are the number ones that I think about when I think about recent hot new ones. Excuse me. But it's really damn good stuff. I'm hoping they go with it. Aspen doesn't do a lot of ongoing books, kind of like IDW. They just might go 12, 13 issues if you're lucky, and chop it up. But this is a whole steampunk type of universe, and it's interesting. I'm not a big fan of everything running on Steam and old technology, but it's alright. It's definitely a good book of the week. Not the book of the week, but a good book of the week. Next we have Batgirl 16. Damn good book. $2.99. Yay! $2.99 is my favorite price. It is. I wish everything could be bought for $2.99. No, maybe I don't. Yeah, we pay for it. Jump on issue if you're interested. Good storyline. She's no longer just like this whiny little kid. She's more. She's not a main bat character. Like, she's not that up there. She's better than Damian, mind you, who's like, you know, Batman light and more psychotic and skinnier. She's just a great character, written really well. Get it? The art's pretty good for her too. We have Detective Comics Annual number 12. First off, I would like to say that Batman Detective Comics is annoying. It should be Detective Comic Books. That's it. Leave it alone. Detective Comics was around since the Flood, and it's going to be around since whenever it happens after the Flood. All-consuming fire or whatever. Anyways, that aside, it is a good book. It is, it's almost ideal for jumping on this whole Batman Incorporated nonsense. It's interesting to see how, the two Batmans interact, and they interact really well. It's interesting to see two Batmans in the same panel, and one of them isn't a crazy ass fraud. It's kind of pricey. $4.99. Yeah, $4.99. But it's good stuff. You also have a backup with The Question and Night Runner. Yeah, but they were both good stuff. And it's gonna finish with Batman Annual, which comes out in 2 weeks. Next up, we have Flash number 7. It's not a standalone. I think it's just the beginning of a new story arc. Captain Boomerang does some craziness. And if you don't know, Captain Boomerang was brought back by the White Lantern. And he was given special attributes. He produces his own boomerangs, which are quite powerful and whatnot. And he does some crazy shit, and it involves, the Reverse Flash, and it's like a cliffhanger ending at the end, with obviously cliffhanger ending at the end. With the Rogues. Pick it up. It's good stuff. We are a fan of the Flash at the Basement, and you'll see why once you pick this one up. Next we have Northlanders number 35. Now, I wouldn't call myself a historian, but I love history. I totally do. Hate the dates of history, remembering this date and that day. But I just love it. And Viking history, Norse history, Saxon history is very rich and just juicy and good shit. And this book comes very close to a historical feel of that stuff. And I would highly recommend it. This is a 1 of 2, and it's called The Girl in the Ice, and it just shows life and death and just a gritty different time. It's just some good shit. Really good shit. Rebels 23. Not a good book. It's what Abnett and Lanning should have done without killing off fucking major characters and waiting for another event to happen before they come back or some other shit. I'm not bitter. But anyways, this is some good stuff. It's the resolution between the Green Lantern Corps and Legion, Brainiac 2's group that's peacekeeping but full price. It's real interesting shit. You just know the characters are going to go more and more places, and in the end it shows the return of Starro the Conqueror. Yes, Starro the Conqueror. If you missed the first 7 or 10 issues, I think it was a pretty long story arc. Starro the Conqueror. One man controls the Starros. It was just the concept of him being fueled by all the worlds controlled by Starros, which happened to be several galaxies worth, was just wow. He was just looking around starting fights to see anybody could match him, because he has billions of people supporting him through Starro manipulation and control. So he was really powerful and whatnot. And there's some cheesy loophole that took him out of commission, and it was cheesy. So hopefully they do right by him again. Then we have Red Robin number 18, which would technically be my choice for book of the week. Not my favorite book of the week, but definitely it's good. It's good shit. Red Robin 18, $2.99. First of all, great price. Yay, $2.99. Second, really good storytelling. Really good building of what's his name? Tim Drake as excuse me. The man who should replace Batman. Tell you the truth. He should be the future Batman. No fans of butts. Morrison, I'm sorry, but Damian is a cuckoo. And Tim Drake is the heir apparent. Hands down. After this, we have IDW's Mystery Society number 5. And I totally forgot that IDW does miniseries a lot, mostly, period. So when it ended, I was like, it ended. and it was that good. I like it. I enjoyed it, and it was just I want more of it, and I hope IDW really, you know, steps up the game and just hurries the fuck up with this shit. God knows they're putting out a lot of freaking shit from Ghostbusters, and you know that's nice. And Star Trek, you know that's nice too. You gotta earn your money. But something like Mystery Society is just good, juicy shit. I believe the trade comes out next week, so when you be seeing this, the next day should be coming out, and I would highly recommend it. You know, these 5 issues, $3.99 a pop, that's $20 plus bag and board. You know what I'm saying? And you're probably gonna find some of this shit online, so that's shipping and handling. Get a trade, highly recommend it. You'll thank me hard for it. Witchblade 140. I love Witchblade. I do. Now I love Stepan Sayek. But his cover of A was really crappy. I mean, the boob he did with the Witchblade armor covering it was really shitty. Other than that, it was good shit. Dark stuff, and she's getting all into the creepy, mystic stuff. And considering she has this old, powerful artifact on her arm all the time, I like to think everything doesn't have to do with the darkness of the Angelus or some shit, or her freaking kid. That's artifacts, and that's always freaking late. But let's not get into that, shall we? I'm just gonna get pissed off. Oh, yeah, we're here at the end. Thor 618. Thor 618. My favorite book of the week. Why? Because the father's back. Odin's back. Now, for a brief story is, Avengers disassembled a while back. There was some Ragnarok happened, the end of the gods, Norse gods, and it was known that Ragnarok kept on happening, and the gods who sit up above, which is like the Norse gods, were manipulating it and just recycling it. Kept on it happening over again. So Odin died. Thor had the Odin power, and Odin decided to break that cycle and just make Ragnarok that's it, stopped it. They died. Thor went into some sleep, and then after a while he came back, woke up. This guy Donald Blake is back. Lo and behold, Thor, all his Odin power, which you notice is still called Odin power, even though it was Thor holding it, and he brought back everybody except for his dad. And when he confronted the spirit of his dad said, I understand. I didn't, I let my father die. Some fucked up shit there, right? Daddy issues, kingly daddy issues, like just drama. So now, the end of the world is happening. Asgard is out of position in the cosmos, causing some serious drama with the other 9 worlds. Don't worry about the 9 worlds. It's some Norse shit. Let's not complicate this. So, sooner or later they're gonna go back. We all know this. It's building up to this. Marvel announced it, and this is it. And to defend themselves against this race that's coming to whoop some ass, Thor just says, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna wake up Daddy. And in the end, he just shows up. The next cover shows Odin choking out Thor, so that should be interesting because Odin's a beast. Odin is like, he created a destroyer armor to fight Celestials. If you know cosmic comics, you know Celestials are badass and like are like arch rivals with arch enemies, rivals, nemesis of Galactus. So good shit right there. There's this Odin's that powerful, and his son Thor is pretty powerful. So it's just good shit. Good shit. Odin was just usually shown as some lazy fuck in the back. Saying his son's miserable and shit, and he's a loser. But I'm hoping he's more active and whatnot. So hopefully in a couple of weeks, because Thor has been coming out really frequently, we'll get something good, and I won't be upset. Because next week comes out Superman, and I feel sorry for Pete. He has to pick that garbage up. Yeah, he'll review that next week. I'm not me. Anyways, that's it. See you next week. I think I'm picking up like 14 books, not much. I mean, Marvel. I only picked up 1 Marvel book this week, and next week is the same shit, I think. Peace.
Soldier Zero's, I think, 2 to go, and Soldier Zero's the one that started it all. That sucks. Let's start that shit again. Alright, here we go. Alright, little disc and Bible order. And we're good. Alright. Oh, First off, I want to congratulate J. Matthew Colon. I wasn't looking at the camera. Let's try that again. Fuck. You fucks. You bastards. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the basement. Pete here to tell you about a couple of different things. First off, what am I, like, outtake fucking king today? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, guys. There we go.
Nobody saw that. Never happened.
You fucks. You bastards.